I'm getting real tired of these post-match videos because they've all been bad recently. And it's another one today. Final score today in Bologna in the Serie A. Bologna 2, Milan 1. Bologna now leapfrog Milan to go, 6th in the Serie A. Milan sit 8th. And in terms of Champions League football, it's done. There might be a mathematical way to get into the Champions League for next year, but realistically, it's not going to happen. Just, get that in our heads now, right? And what can you say? It's just been a bad year. You think back to preseason with Fonseca and how hopeful we all felt, and you look at our team now. First of all, that team then to what it is now, we've pretty much began this season twice, right? And when you're spending 30, 40, 50 million in January, that's not a good thing. 5 players came in, 5, 6 players left. We pretty much admitted that the Fonseca, Morata way of doing things was the wrong way. We tried to refresh things in January. It's not getting better, but these things take time, right? And if we were expecting us to have a Champions League push or a top 4 push with players that just got here, like our team right now, I want to avoid saying things like scrap the whole team, start again, because there are talented players here. There are young, promising players here, but for the most part, it's players that just got here this year or at the latest last year, right? So it takes time for these things to gel and to make sense. Like our team right now is not a team. There's no chemistry there. The morale is so low. How do we expect this team to gel and make a push when you're playing 2 games a week, 3 games a week with no proper training session, no rest? This team also still has holes too, right? Like our midfield right now is so light. Reinders, Fofana, every game. Bondo doesn't play for some reason. He came in. He's not getting game time right now. That's a question for the manager. But just in general, right? This team needs time. They don't have time right now. And in terms of Champions League football, which was our bare minimum goal, that's now gone. People say things like, I miss Pioli. And yeah, listen, Pioli was a great manager for us. But it doesn't mean that, that his time didn't come to an end here, right? His cycle didn't come to an end. Both things can be true. Conceição might not be the guy, but Pioli also wasn't the guy to take us forward. But this way forward right now, I don't know. I really don't know. We haven't got better, right? We haven't got better, and we're trying to be patient. I'm trying to preach patience, but it's hard when you see them selling Tonali for 70 million to bring in 3-4 players. But did those 3-4 players improve our squad? Because I don't think so. We got Reinders, sure, and Reinders was great, but Sandro was already great, right? Why did we need to sell him to bring in 4 players that didn't improve our team? Things like that are really frustrating. But again, Sandro was here for a while, and Romagnoli was here for a while before they won, and so was Leao, right? They were here for a while before they won. But the thing is, we won recently, and now we expect to keep winning. And since that, this ownership has picked apart the things that made that team, pretty good, right? It wasn't the best team in the Serie A. They did win, but it wasn't the best team. But we have just picked apart what made that team really good. And now we have this, and we have no choice now but to give it more time or start again and again and again. And I don't know the answer, but I don't want to start all over again. You know what I mean? Like I said, this season in the Serie A is a write-off. The league now, I bet you they play better football now because there's no more stakes on the line, because the best case now is Europa League. And if it was up to me, if money wasn't a factor in it, I'd rather not play Conference League or Europa League, but I understand that some money's better than no money, so I'm sure they'll try and push for that if they can. But it's just been a pretty dark couple of weeks for Milan fans, because we pretty much have been seeing our season come to an end, the last couple of weeks. Coppa Italia is still there. Maybe some miracle happens in there. We'll have to wait and see, but those are my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know down below.